All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a word you hear all the time, a force that's quietly changing your world every single day: inflation. So let's dive right in. Have you ever had that moment? You're at the checkout, you look at the receipt, and you look at your shopping cart, and you just think, wait a minute, how did that cost this much? It feels like your money just doesn't go as far as it did a couple of years ago. Well, let me tell you, you're not imagining it. The reason for that shrinking grocery haul? It's all down to this one powerful economic force: inflation. Yep, that's the one. It's kind of like an invisible hand that's always messing with the value of the cash right there in your wallet. Okay, so what is inflation really? I mean, what are we actually talking about here? Let's break it down nice and simple. So here's the official definition, but I want you to focus on two really important words: persistent and continuous. See, inflation isn't just a one-time thing, like the price of avocados suddenly shooting up. No, it's more like a slow, steady, rising tide. It's not just one wave, it's the whole ocean level coming up, lifting the price of pretty much everything along with it. And this is a really important point to get. Let's say tickets for that huge concert go on sale, and the price is insane. That's a price spike. It's a one-off. But when the price of your groceries, the gas for your car, your rent, when all of that stuff keeps creeping up month after month, that's inflation. One's a blip on the radar, the other is a long-term change in the climate. And here's the simple, kind of brutal math behind it all. Think of it like a seesaw. On one side, you've got the price level, which we'll call P. On the other side, you've got the value of your money, VM. When prices, that's P, go up, the value of your money, VM, has to go down. They're inversely related. It's a perfect seesaw. One goes up, the other goes down every time. Now here's where it gets interesting. Inflation isn't a one-speed-fits-all kind of deal. Oh no. It can be a slow crawl, a brisk walk, a full-on run, or even a completely out-of-control, terrifying sprint. So let's look at the different speeds on the inflation speedometer. All right, first gear is what we call creeping inflation. This is super slow, less than 3% a year. A lot of economists actually think this is a good thing, a sign of a healthy, growing economy. Then you shift up to walking inflation. Now we're in the 3 to 6% range. This is like a yellow warning light on the dashboard for the government. Then things get serious with running inflation. We're talking 10 to 20% a year. This is where it really starts to hurt, especially for the poor and middle class, just eating away at their savings. And then you have the final terrifying gear: hyperinflation. This is when things go completely off the rails, prices rising 20, 50, even 100% or more a year. It's a total collapse of the system. And look, this isn't just some abstract idea from a textbook. This is a real photo from Germany after World War I. This is what hyperinflation looks like. Money became so completely worthless that people were literally using it for wallpaper. Kids were playing with stacks of cash like they were toy blocks. It's just a crazy, chilling reminder of how destructive this can all be when it gets out of control. Okay, so we get what inflation is, and we know it comes in different speeds. But what causes it? What's the spark that lights this fire? Well, economists usually point to two main culprits. So, on one hand, you have demand-pull inflation. The easiest way to think about this is too much money chasing too few goods. Everybody wants to buy stuff, but there just isn't enough to go around, so prices get bid up. Then, on the other hand, you've got cost-push inflation. And this one is simple. It just costs more to make things. The cost of materials, the cost of labor, it all goes up, and businesses have to push those costs onto us by raising prices. So what causes that demand-pull situation? Well, it can be a bunch of things. Maybe the government's pumping a lot of new money into the system, or maybe people just have more disposable income and they're ready to spend it. It could even be a growing population or high demand for exports from other countries. All of these things lead to the same result. Demand skyrockets past what can actually be supplied. And then there's the other side of the coin, that cost-push inflation. This is all about the supply side. So what if wages go up? Or what if the price of basic materials, like oil, for example, spikes? Or the government adds higher taxes on things? Well, businesses aren't just going to eat those costs, right? They push them forward, right onto the price tag you see at the store. Okay, this is where it gets really personal, because inflation doesn't affect everyone the same way, not at all. It actually creates clear winners and losers. So let's figure out who comes out ahead and who gets hurt. So let's just walk through this. It's pretty fascinating. First up, debtors, people who owe money. believe it or not, they can actually gain from inflation. Why? Because they're repaying their loans with money that's worth less than the money they originally borrowed. Pretty neat trick, right? But that means the flip side has to be true for creditors, the people who lent the money. They lose. They get paid back with that less valuable money. Then you've got people on a fixed income, like retirees. They get hit hard because their income stays the same while prices for everything else go up. But look over here at the business community and farmers. They can often come out as winners because they can sell their products and inventory at these new higher prices. And this quote from our source really just nails it. During inflation, debtors gain, but the creditors lose. It's as simple as that. It's like this massive, invisible transfer of wealth happening right under our noses. A secret bonus for borrowers and a hidden penalty for savers and lenders. And this next one really shows you how tough it can be for people whose paychecks don't change much. It says even if you get a little raise, it often isn't enough to keep up with rising prices. So at the end of the day, you can actually buy less than you could before. You're working just as hard, but you're falling behind. So inflation isn't just a number you see on the news. It's a powerful, active force that's constantly reshuffling the deck, creating those winners and losers we talked about. It's happening all around us all the time. So the next time you see prices changing, ask yourself, who's really benefiting from this? And more importantly, where do I fit into this